YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Starters Orders 7. I think it's been almost 2 weeks since I played last time. I feel like I say that for all my videos. It's kind of real, man. I don't really play these games during the week. I'm just too busy with work and I'm too tired usually afterwards. So, yeah, the weekend is where I can really relax and have the time I want to play these games, because if I really can't play it for longer than an hour, I just typically don't want to invest in it. So, we have four horses. We have two fillies, a mare, and a colt. Now, we have two races in this video I want to hop right into. One with Ceramic Lake, who is one of our better fillies. She's been on a slumper the last 3 or 4, but I finally did get her a win in a C4 handicap running 6 furlongs against that 85 level. And I think she needs to run against competition at that level more or less. She's in good shape, so she's ready to roll, so she'll be up, as well as Roscoe Blake, which I think, according to Abigail and a couple others, this horse will probably never turn into anything, right? Now, the breeding indicator does indicate potentially a long distance horse, and I know this probably sounds stupid for me to say, but like, the only reason why I haven't sold them yet, or anything, is because I'm curious if as he gets older, will he turn into that long endurance horse? His stamina has been slowly increasing, but like, is it worth keeping the horse for that long? I don't know. And selling this horse or selling horses in this game, retire into the game pool, retire from game permanently, cannot be undone, retire to breeding barn. Like, I thought there was just an option just to sell the horses outright, but I think for my last video, I still didn't receive any comments on exactly how that feature works for the auction. So again, I'll go ahead and ask again here today. How does the auction work in this game? And is that how you can sell horses? What's the highest price you can sell a horse for? It's just a little bit more challenging to understand how to get that done in this game. So as opposed to just doing it and messing it up, I would rather know from someone that's done it themselves. Like, if I want to sell this guy, Roscoe Blake, what do? Retire to stud? We can't do that. Retire from game? I don't see what the point of that is. And then retire to the game pool? Like, do we get any money for that? I can enter him into the next auction, and I guess I did. Where is the next auction? Weekly auction. So, and again, I just wish you could sort this a little bit better. We're at August 13th. Okay, there is a weekly sale coming up. Why? You know what confuses me? The colors here on this key are kind of like more pastelish, and then you come over here and they're like they're so much more saturated, or the hue has changed. Why would you have the same keys and the same emblems over here, as well as over here, but have them be different colors? Why isn't it all just, I don't know. So there's a sale this week on the 19th. So look at what these horses are selling for, man. I hope somebody picks them up in an auction. I'm just going to guess that's what I have to do. I could be entirely wrong. You guys will let me know. So Ceramic Lake, that 4-year-old filly I was just showing you guys, she will be up today in race 1 here in California in a field of 7. She is the she's not the post time favorite. She's going off at 3-1. The actual favorite is MT Pockets, going off at 5-2. So hopefully we can just get into the top 3 at the minimum. That's really all I can ask for my horses now. So let's advance the betting as we begin our racing today. Ceramic Lake actually gets favoritism now, 5-2. MT Pocket, she drops down to 4-1. And then we have Little Report Brandy, who will also, or Little Port and Brandy, excuse me. This horse will also probably be contending with us, going off at 7-2. So let's go ahead and hit these jockey orders. All of my horses are closers. Prefer inside slide. Okay, it does remember the selections. Awesome. I swore like I tried to do that the last time and like it didn't actually save my selections. So maybe I had that set up for a different horse. I don't know. Hopefully you all are doing well. I probably need to post a poll on what you guys want to see next for a game that I haven't played in a while. You guys know every month I like to eventually go back to some of the older games we've played, which is Galp Racer 3, Galp Racer 2001, Galp Racer 2003, Pocket Stables, Horse Racing Manager 2. I mean, I'm up for playing any of those games if you guys want. So I did receive at least 2 comments lately about 2003 and Galp Racer 3. So hopefully within the next couple of days, I'll try to see if I can get some videos recorded for that. All right, let's go to post time. The screen takes forever. Field of 7. We are off and racing. And remember, we have the Ronald McDonald colors on the inside on that gray. We're the only gray in this field. 6 furlongs here in this contest. And Saranac Lake, as instructed, is going to tail towards the back. Good inside leverage. Hopefully this will work out for us. You know, these grandstands and this track kind of looks like a high school football, or for those of you that are obviously from Europe and other places of the world, a high school soccer field. Can I say that? Actually, technically for you it would be football. For me, since I'm an American, it is soccer. I know it's stupid, but it's like, come on, we actually have a sport that's called football. We can't call 2 sports football in America. We just can't. We have to call football for the rest of the world. We have to call that sport soccer. And American football, we have to obviously call American football. So here we go. Less than 2 furlongs left to go. Here comes Saranac Lake. Empty Pockets is out front. Saranac Lake, she is driving. She's driving well. Furlong and a half. Less than that to go as we approach the 1 furlong marker now. Saranac Lake, she's closing. Empty Pockets is trailing or draining or falling back. You guys know what I'm trying to say. The horse was falling off. Saranac Lake, she's going to poke her neck in front. It looks like she's going to get the dub today. And that's exactly what we wanted to kick off today's episode and to kick off today's day of racing for the 4-year-old filly, Saranac Lake. 2 wins in a row. I think that's her 6th win since I've had her. She's looking good, man. I know I'm not racing her at any crazy competition, but to me, what's more important is to have a horse that at least is winning consistently no matter what level they're at. For me, that's just my thing with horse racing games, as opposed to just having a horse that, okay, you can compete in graded stakes races, but you're not winning them. I'd rather be winning races even at the lower competition level, and if we can move her up, we can move her up. That's a great win there, and super, super happy for that. Need to start doing wagers again. Ridden as a closer, that's a fine horse. Maybe go for the really big money next time. The trip was spot on today. Now that's interesting to hear. So maybe move her up to a grade 3 next time out. See how she does. We get $5K for that, and that will conclude this racing card for us, I believe. So let's go ahead and skip, because our next race is, I think, the 18th, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, nobody should be trying to buy. Or this is Roscoe Blake. So this is how the auction works. You just enter them, you see what happens. And yeah, apparently nobody wants Roscoe. Oh, I can start the auction. Let me start it. Let me just see. No, okay. Horse selected. I thought. There we go. All right. Wait. Does this mean I'm bidding for him, or does this mean I'm allowing him to be bid? You know, I'm just going to try this out, because I don't know how it works. Is this for my horse? I hope this is how this works. This looks like they're bidding for Roscoe Blake. There's no other horse on screen, so imagine it was this simple, and I just now realized that. Oh my goodness, it really is that simple. Wow, maybe that's why none of you answer, because you're like, come on, this guy's smart enough to figure it out, right? Woohoo! I'm so happy. Roscoe Blake just sold for $45,000. No offense, that dude was a scrub. That's awesome. Get a quick save in here. And what? Oh man, that's awesome. That's so good to know. Like that, it's that simple.
N. Wolfson has suggested that Jack Rackham should run well in the 205 at Iowa. A tentative choice, Jack Rackham is currently trading at 11-2.
I have to be honest, bro. I do not care. We just made $45,000 selling a horse that probably was never going to turn into anything. Now it's unfortunate because you guys know I developed special attachments to most of my horses in these games. I don't care if they're virtual. It's the idea that, you know, it's something that you are responsible for taking care of, right? And that always puts me in that kind of, I don't have kids or children yet, but it puts me in that parental mindset where it's like I have to protect this particular whomever, whatever, you know, as best as I can. Now, you know, selling the horse is a lot different than anything else, but you guys get the point, right? It's just that special bond you can form, even with maybe some of your not so great horses. I see comments all the time, you know, some of us wanting some of horses to perform better and they just never do. So yeah, Desert Glow. Let's go ahead and move on here. I'm so happy. We have some more money now. So, Abigail, you were telling me something I should look at in the stable info. I don't remember what it was. I don't have money to buy any of this, though. That's the problem. So I can change. No point in changing my. So my trainer name is HRG Ranch, and my farm name is HRG Farms. Oh man. You know what? I'm actually gonna change my farm name if I can. Let's do horse. Actually, let's do HR Gaming Farms. I want to change it to something else. I don't know why. And all I did was like just change a couple of letters, right? Stables, farms, I don't know. You guys feel free to drop any name suggestions you have for maybe how I should rename our stable here. HRG Gaming Stable. Forget it. I changed virtually nothing. I changed like a couple of letters, okay? So looking at the stable info here for the HRG Gaming Stable. Stables, I think would sound a little bit better, right? I don't really have the money to purchase anything that I want. Like, obviously I want those stud facilities, but that's like $1 million, which means I'm going to need a grade 1 horse at some point, and I'm going to need to win a huge race in order to even retire our studs for breeding. So that's, you know, that does put a little bit pressure on me in the future, but training stalls improves horses' starting ability. Okay. Gallop rails improves the presentation of the gallop area. I mean, like, does that really matter? It's just cosmetic. It doesn't seem like it actually does anything. Quarantine holding. Infections are a thing in this game? I did not know that. Yeah, I mean, gosh, I can't afford any of this, and it's not worth it. Stable capacity, don't need it. We have the breeding barn, we have a gardener, and we have 2 horse trailers. That's about all this farm, this stable has to offer. All right, let's get back to business. So let's go ahead and let's try to find races. Excuse me. For Ribbons and Bow, our 2-year-old filly, we'll take a look at her real quick. And just FYI, these videos I may make a little bit shorter just so I can get more of them out to you guys. So instead of being the usual 25 to 30 minutes, they may be 15 to 20, give or take. That's just kind of a heads up. I don't know if I'm sticking to that. So this is Ribbons and Bow. She's 97 rated. She has been awful the last 2 races. I've raced her in grade 3 competition. Doesn't seem like it's working for her. In fact, she hasn't won a race since her maiden. So, and that was at the C4 level. It's kind of starting to make me think I need to certainly drop her in class, because running her like this is not really doing anything for her. So let's go ahead. We're going to enter races. Let's go 6 furlongs, and let's go ahead and select the filly, the 2-year-old filly, Ribbons and Bows. And we're actually going to go ahead and, I don't mind getting her into a late declaration race. What's the fee? $3,400! This is a video game. I would never do this in real life, but I feel like she's ready to go. And I want to see how she does if I run her against open allowance competition. Now, it's still technically the same class of horses she's been running with, but a much more competitive field she can actually work with. So, go ahead and get Rocco or actually Dominguez. I can't remember what jockey have I been running with. Castellano? I think I've been using him lately. So, yeah, $3,400. But I'm confident if she places well enough, we'll get that money back in a little bit more, and I'll be able to verify that yes, I should be running her against slightly weaker competition. She'll be racing tomorrow. Today is Sunday the 14th in this game. She'll be racing tomorrow the 15th. Ceramic Lake already set to go again, and she's been running at the C3 level, going 6 furlongs, so I will stick to that for her, and I'll make sure to put her in a race after the late declaration. So, no selling race, a handicap race at the 0 to 95, not feeling that. They want her in a grade 3. You know what? I'm going to take a chance. The Spring Spree grade 3 stakes, C1 class competition, 3-year-olds and up, for a purse of $100,000, a field of 9. And looking at this field, these horses are stacked rating-wise. In fact, it doesn't look like we'll have much of a chance anyway, so I'm going to ignore that. I want to put her in races again that she can win. There's no benefit to putting her in a race like this where I think she'll probably finish, second to last or, something in that ballpark. The downside is these are all selling races, right? And I don't want to put her in a selling race because I'm not selling her. So the only thing I can really do is put her in a handicap race, which would be the C2 level, going 0 to 95 for 4-year-olds and up. Purse of $11,000. That's a little bit better. You guys know what would be an awesome game? A harness horse racing game like this. I mean, the closest thing legitimately to date as far as presentation and a couple other things I would consider is probably the Horse Racing Manager series. And even still, that game has its issues that we've all acknowledged and have talked about over the years. It would be awesome to have a game like that, in this format. But somebody would have to put in the time to want to do that. So what I'm going to do with Saranic Lake here, I'm going to toss her into the C2 class handicap going from 0 to 95 rated horses. And it's 6 furlongs, only 168 miles. We won't really be traveling that far. And Saranic Lake, hopefully she has a good chance to, again, give us another decent result. And we are the current post-time favorite. That's awesome. So here's HRG Gaming Stables, just to show you guys my progress so far. I'm in last place. I am 101 out of 101. I've had 4 winners from 27 runners. Yep. We have the Ronald McDonald Silks. I, again, still wish you could customize the silk colors, but I'm going to keep them how they are for now. That's kind of all we have going. So, again, we sold Roscoe Blake, which was awesome. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't mind flipping horses if I could in this game. Getting a really cheap horse for like $5,000, if that's even possible. And then seeing if I could sell that horse in the auction. In fact, can I do that? Where would I go for that? Where would I go? This is my racing stable. There's your races, your stable info, my breeding. It'd be... Can I attend the sale? The problem with me attending the sales is that the prices for these horses are way higher than I can even pay, right? So let's go ahead and... I just want to see if there are any 2-year-olds I can buy. These are just the top horses. See, that's not what I'm looking for. Can I sort this by, like... Okay. So the only way I'm assuming I can acquire horses is through the auction, right? Let's see. There is a sale this week at the 19th. Oh, these are just the recent sales it shows you. Wow, Roscoe Blake, the fact that he sold for $48,000, watch. We'll see him in a couple of years if he pops back up in this game or something, or whoever purchased him, and then he'll turn out to be a winner. That is my luck. I'm not sure where, like, guys, if you... Please let me know where I can go buy horses. That's Forum Book, Racing News, Sales. I'm not seeing the tab where I would go to actually try to acquire a horse. I suppose I'm just going to have to attend the sales. And I can't even... Can I put that, like, in my diary? I mean, I can't, like, schedule that or anything. All right, today's the 14th. Next weekly sales will be the 19th. It's a big event there. That'll probably close out this episode. So actually what we're going to do here, go ahead and just skip to race day. And that is today. 2 races. Well, actually our next race you may not get to. That's all the way on the 30th. So, Ribbons and Bows will be up in race 4 at Alberta, field of 6. Current morning line favorite, going off at 10-3. And unless something goes awful or we get a bad trip, that should be a pretty easy win for us. So, let's go ahead and skip to our race, which will be race 4 at Alberta. And here we are, Ribbons and Bows. It's going to be a field of 6, running 6 furlongs, open allowance, C1 class, and Ribbons and Bows will still be the favorite, going off at 11-4. Apple of My Eye in there at 4-1, Maruna in there at 5-1, Tackle Meter in there at 8-5. So, it's certainly a race that could go bad if, like, Ribbons and Bows doesn't get the trip that I want her to have. And I'm going to keep everybody's tactics the same. I'm going to say slight hold up and prefer inside. That seems to be working, especially in these smaller fields. Let's go race, and let's see how Ribbons and Bows done. And this will does, and based off of how she performs, and once this race is done, then I'll see if I can go to that weekly sales. See if I can purchase a horse that's actually in my my price range. All right, here we go. And we are off and racing. Great start for Rivets and Bows. Kind of the same deal for most of my horses in this game. They get out well, but I don't think they have the endurance to run as a strong front runner or to kind of sit in there at that second leg as a preceder. So I am much more comfortable just having them kind of trail off, save some ground, and then see what's happening once we get to the later point of the race. And she seems to be going pretty easy right now, which is always what I want. I don't want it to look like my horses are working harder than they need to. Now you're gonna have to find some space, Ribbons and Bows. Come on, Castellano, get her in there, man. Get her in the right position. Get her in the right spot to make that move. 2.5 furlongs left to go. And Apple of My Eye still up there. Maruna as well. Tachometer sitting in third. Ribbons and Bows in fifth. She's got a long way to go. Furlong and a half. She's going to have to find some space. Let's get going. Let's get going. Here she goes. Is she going to go to the outside? Furlong left to go. Ribbons and Bows is climbing, but it's not enough. She's coming. There goes, I think that's Tachometer to the front. And Ribbons and Bows, exactly what I was fearful of. One of those races where she was supposed to win and she finishes in third in a field that she really should have bested. It's extremely disappointing. And perhaps maybe holding her up a bit too much didn't benefit her, because she never seemed like she really got going into high gear. Apple of My Eye actually has the same silk colors as me. How ironic. Yeah, that is what I feared. I looked at those horses, I saw the field, and I'm like, this is one of those races that could easily not go my way. Ridden as a closer, not certain that trip suited. We were just beginning to pick up towards the end. Yeah, she may have been better suited being a little bit closer towards the front. Hindsight 2020, but that's just how it goes. Okay, are these horses I can actually bid for? Okay, so are there? Sorry guys, I'm just trying to. Okay, so these horses are all. Like it. Okay, age. I'm like, it's right there. An 11-year-old mare with 1 win, and then you have a 5-year-old mare with 7 wins, 45,000 career earnings, rated at a 50. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna try to bid for her and bid for King Fong, and if none of those work, in fact, actually, I'm gonna bid for 3 out of these 4 horses. She's 11 years old, and she's only won a single race out of 12, so I don't want to do that. All right, let's see if these prices are ridiculous. If they get anywhere above like 10K, I'm calling it. Okay. Okay. Yeah. We are bidding for... Which horse are we bidding for? I'm still kind of getting used to this. Yeah, this money is too high for me. Again, the idea of flipping is to buy a horse under 10K, and then if I could flip it for 3 or 4 times, I'd feel a little bit better. Prospectress just sold. Next up is King Fog. Duh, I should look in the upper left-hand corner. I don't like that price. It's too high, it's too high, it's too high. Too high. I may bid once. It's still way higher than I want it to be. 12K, not ideal, but again, if this is a horse I can flip at a later point and make 4 times the money, I'll take it. So King Fong, welcome to the squad, man. 4-year-old colt, 47 rated. He's only won a single race in his career. His breeding indicator indicates he should be a miler, and that's essentially all he's been running. I take that back. He's actually won 2 races, I think. So he has raced quite a bit. He's raced quite a bit. I've been in a lot of selling races. Doesn't look to be that great of a horse on paper, but I'm going to take my chance in trying to see if there's, if we can do something with him. Good stamina, obviously as an endurance horse, so that's ideal. So next time we come back, we'll get this new 4-year-old colt we just acquired from the auction, King Fong, into his first race. Him and Ceramic Lake will actually be... they already have him in a selling race. Okay. I didn't know that. So, I suppose you can't scratch horses in this game, can you? Like, if they're already entered into a race, you can't cancel that entry, can you? Or can you? I don't know. A mile and a furlong. So, I would like to put him in a handicap. Now he's a 40 rated horse, so I mean, the lowest handicap is this one. 0 to 60 so far. I don't know if they run them at the 0 to 50 level or anything, but yeah, I'm not seeing the handicap levels I want. So here's the deal. A late declaration. I'm going to see if you can scratch horses. 2 declarations. Okay. And when is this race? Wait, is he in 2 races already? Wait. Are you in 2 races? You are. Okay, so you're in a handicap race in September. I don't know why. And then you're in that selling race. Okay, so yeah, you guys let me know if you can scratch horses in this game. It doesn't appear. Oh, you can. Okay, I can cancel. Yeah, let me cancel that race. And I'm also going to cancel that one. Yeah, let me cancel both of those because those aren't the type of races I want him in anyways. I'm going to put him in this. He's not even ready for the 0 to 60. Never mind. I'll need to give King Fong some time to get ready. The next best handicap level is a 0 to 75, and I still think that's significantly above his level. But that appears to be the best thing I can do in this current moment. Oh, there's a 0 to 65 later. That's that. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and do this. Oh, this is actually a pretty good field. We have some horses rated 30, 42. Okay, perfect. This is exactly the type of situation he needs to be in. All right, so King Fog, your first race will be on September 13th in New York, running a mile and a furlong, C7 level handicap, 4-year-olds and up, running on the turf. Okay, you can scratch horses and you can do that. Excellent. So that'll be September 13th. So next time we come back, we'll get these horses that aren't ready to run. We'll get them into some training, and then we'll continue to move on. And hopefully, maybe I can flip King Fong. If I can't figure out any way to maybe get decent results with him for more money, again, I just want to see if I can maybe flip our purchase for him, try to get 3 or 4 times our money back, and then just continue to do that as we go to the auctions. It's kind of what I do in Rival Stars and other games, if it allows you to. But yeah, that'll do it. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. And feel free to let me know your thoughts and any comments you wanted to add. But until next time, HRG signing out. I'll be all great for today. I'll see you later, and goodbye.